then down we go. Let there be tar! I can't believe I actually have basically finished this in this particular day. It's like, we're done! Ish. That is a pipe to ground. So I don't need that much tar because it has a lot of feedback. It has sufficient feedbacks. Do not need a ton in, which is why it's behind a thingy. Underflow valve. It will now function. Everything is functioning. There goes the ash. The ash is flowing. At this point. There's the stone. I don't know if the manure has flowed yet. Where's the biomass? Ah, yeah, that would help. Water would help. For the biomass to flow. Ah. That somehow did a thing I did not intend it to do. Now you shall flow. The manure shall flow. Biomass flows. You also need water. Right. What? Oh. Hello. See, I reversed it on the one side, but I didn't add the other one on the other. So this was on the left. I put the one on the right, but I didn't add that particular pipe to ground. That's interesting. And then, of course, I have to deal with the tailings. Of course, I have to deal with the tailings. Doinky, 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 doinky. I don't even care how many tailings, how many of these properly I need. It's 1 to 1. One to one for all I care. Each one is 50 per second of tailings. Anyway, the sand is flowing. Welcome, sand. Why no? ash stone. Ah, that's why. 'Cause that underground was reversed. Ash is splitting, going up here, and goes down, gets added to that, which is fine. Manure biomass still. Where is that? Again, another reverse belt. Yeah, such small errors. But you have to expect that those things are going to happen. That's why I stick around as long as I do at these builds. Just have to make sure that everything will move. And then, of course, the water for these. All the water for those. There. Have some water. Hey, it's flowing. It's moving. It's alive. It lives. Oh boy. Doubting? Doubting what? What is doubting? Such small things. Such small things, just the direction of an underground. Hope it will work. Yes, hope. I have hope. Where is the ash? Ash? Oh boy, I did not take it into account something. The hydrogen. Right. Right! That thing. No, I mean, I hope that what I built will work, not that the pie stuff won't work. Or will work, or whatever. I am hopeful that what I built is functional. Where is a tailings pond? Tailings? There. Right there. Tailings. Hi. Hello, tailings. Now the ash shall flow. Now the ash shall flow. Oh boy. So, that's the thing. Yes, all of it going to waste, because I need ash, not syngas. I don't need syngas, I need ash. I need all of the ash. The ash shall be mine. Here comes the ash. Here comes the trickle. The trickle of the ash has arrived. But yeah, that's theoretically going to be enough. We shall see. Big difference between reality and theory at times. But yeah, so we've got aloe. Just as long as I didn't screw up on the output of the aloe, I should start to see the aloe in these. Yay! Now I get to make some trains. Or make a train. that goes out to the depot, and then I need to add the thing to the depot. And then we're done. You are going to store only 4? I don't know. I don't know what's a good number for you to store. You scroll all the way down. Yotoi Station to Yotoi Depot. Once you are full until circuit condition, you need some fuel, and you can do your thing. Ta-da! That just leaves this one final thing. The Yotoi Aloe. Come on, autosave. Come on, autosave, do your thing. And that, as they say, is that. Yay! Yay! Celebration times, all that good stuff. We did the thing. We did the thing with Mark 1 buildings rather than Mark 2 buildings, because screw the Mark 2 buildings for now. I don't have enough. I do not have sufficient Mark 2 buildings currently. But what I do have is a whole bunch of functional things. Once all that ash trickles through the system, that's all of those moving. That is all of these Yotois moving. Some sap plants are still blinking. That they are. Come on, place the thing. There you go. There you go. Now I have sufficient sap for the biomass. Alright. We are now more sufficient. We are now good. We're good. We're better. We have the stuffs. The stuff flows. And I didn't signal correctly. Oh, that means that it's probably broken on all the things. Tell me, you over here, are you the same? No, I have that there. I don't know how that particular one was missing from here. Somehow. Oh, hello, tech. Welcome, pharmacogenomics. Glorious technology. I will take something. Shall we take stage 2 organ printing? I don't know if I'm willing, but I guess I will anyway. So organ printing is better for some of these specialty parts. Am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. Good. Alright. 15 minutes left to plan Vrauk for formic acid. Alright. See you later. You're only missing planning. I will not be executing anything else for the rest of this particular stream. It is exclusively going to be about the Vrauk. So, I am going to make use of the growing of Vrauk from the cocoons, because the cocoons are not as complex in their individual recipes as the making of the caged Vrauk. directly. And I do technically have a nice build for Vrauk cocoons that is self-contained, but considering I need to consider the scale that I'm working with here, because I'm still pretty sure that the amount of cocoons that I need is just going to be pretty massive. Pretty massive, I think. Alright, you there. So, I need, it was, what, 350 formic acid on this build? 375 formic acid for this build. So, excuse me. That's the one right there. The one that gives me 450, not 400. Alright, I need 375 of you, which is 0.84 caged, and I am going to look specifically at the Vrauk cocoon recipe, which is a 1-to-1. And I'm working on the Mark II Vrauks. Well, I think congratulations are in order. I'm thinking that that's going to be the build. I'm thinking that that is the build at this point. I should have some Mark IIs of those. Not Mark IIs of the creature chambers, I don't think, unfortunately. So I think this build is Mark 1. This is 60 Mark 1s. What is this? $60 paddocks, giving 0.79. Yeah, so I have a build here that is self-contained. It's just it just has a fuel added, even though it could self-power, I think. So yeah, similar to previously, it's just adding in moss with coarse fraction. And I don't even think this is the... Yeah, this isn't even the limestone coarse fraction recipes. This is not the best recipe on the moss either. And this is just sorting sand or soil, sorting soil to get coarse fraction as well as biomass for the CO2 to feed the moss. And then all of the excess gets voided and it produces stuff. It's stuff. For Mark 1 Vrauk 60 paddocks, making 0.79. I need 0.84, so it's slightly bigger than the particular setup I have for this. But yeah, I can manage. I can manage this just fine. That is the moss recipe. That's those. Biomass, in this case, is going to come through a separate process. Well, it depends on this coarse fraction, how I get this coarse fraction. I could I could do this, and that'll give me way more stuff than I ever will need. That's trying to give me the full 834 on the biomass. Why so much? Yeah, I would want to do the creamy latex. Where did you go? Right there. And and have that setup going as well. And that takes care of that. That'll give me only enough of the coarse fraction. I should matrix solve so that it reduces this here. So now both of these will add together to feed those. And then I need to consider also that I am about to have the Mark II Vrauk. Wherever they are on this list, I need a bajillion. Of these guys. That'll be 39 buildings. It doesn't change the numbers at all. It's just speed and number of buildings. Building count, that needs to default to Mark IIs at this point. Do I have solid set Mark II? I don't remember. I have most of that stuff at Mark II, but that would be pretty close to what the actual build would be. I need to have the soil as well in here. And oh yes, the CO2. Of course, I need to know the biomass for the CO2, which we'll scale this up a little bit, not this one. And that's that. Only input here is cages. And eventually it'll be more cages, because I know that will have to change. This is just wrong, being 1 cage into 10 caged Vrauk from 10 cocoons. It should be 10 cocoons and 10 cages to make 10 caged Vrauk. Right now it's 10 cocoons and 1 cage to make 10 caged Vrauk. So this, as you can clearly see, this ends up being a very positive system. In fact, all I really need to do is just throw an initial set of cages at it, and it will just cycle forever with having too many cages. I mean, hell, even if this was 10 in on this recipe, it would still be a closed cage system, because it always succeeds, which means I won't ever need to add additional cages, so I don't even need that as part of the train station in the end. So ultimately, this is a fully self-contained system that will only output formic acid in the end. That's it. That's all. It will exclusively have formic acid at the end. Now, the other point to make is, do I need to do these last 2 steps at the Vrauk factory, or can I put the cocoons on the network, and then when I need the caged Vrauk for formic acid, I can grow them on site by requesting the cocoons? That is probably the better answer. And then I can have my factory make as many cocoons as I want, and I can have that item be what's put onto the train network, which then gets requested for various other things as well, because Vrauk cocoons end up getting used in a lot more things, actually, than the caged route / formic acid is used for. So that will be that as the build. And then we could just decide on a whim, what do we want the actual cocoons to be, as long as it's greater than 0.84 per second. As long as it's a value above 0.84, so 5. Sure. Let's say a value of 5, which is huge. Don't get me wrong, which is huge. But I think I want to build something that huge, actually. As I've said, Vrouk cocoons get used in many other things, including, like, Arthurian eggs. So we're going to be needing these for feeding Arthurians anyway. At some point. So that... And to upgrade the Arthurians. Oh boy. Like, end upgrading of the Arthurians. But yeah, like, they're used in retrovirus, they're used in the DNA polymerase, one of the DNA polymerase, anyway. The other one uses the Arthurian eggs, which, yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, Comrounce, Tritz, Zipho. This is just the first of these. But yeah, they get used. They're getting used in the Arthurians, so I may as well just have quite a few of these being made. So 5 cocoons on the output, and almost a whole 1.84 would be used on the formic acid when setting up the bedding. This is for bedding. This is for bedding. And then, of course, the other point is, do I just ignore the fact that this is being used for bedding and consume bedding on a better Vrouk recipe at some point in the future? So it's like, do I do the 1? Do I do the scale for 1 and then have that be, like, preferred to go into the bedding? And then have something else that uses bedding in the future? Don't know. These are decisions that will need to be made at some point. Maybe we'll start with the 1 cocoon and then see about whether or not I can build this in such a way that it can tile, like, 5 times or 4 more times to get up to the full 5 that I want, or however much I want. Because this is a build that can be just placed anywhere. It is a self-contained thing. Also, this isn't moving because of lack of cocoons. Oh, sure. You know, we've got close to 50. Close to 50. I need 235 to even do the 1 build. Sure, game. Sure. See about that. So clearly this is a little slow. This is being probably limited. 0.07. Yeah, I think this is limited by the speed of this. But do I really want to scale more, or just wait for that to continue doing? Oh, hello, Agar. Oh, hello, fish. Do I not have fish? Fish? Do I really need a fish? Do I really not have fish? I really don't have fish. Okay. I guess that'll be the last thing that we do. The very last thing that we do is tack on a fish. Sure, why not? We will tack. Excuse me. We will tack on fish. Yeah, stuff things. Small fish. The fish. The fish shall flow. Excuse me. I told you to connect. Buddy, there you go. You have to touch the base of the thing. Fish! Show me glorious fish. The fish! The fish will flow! There we go. And that makes that go faster. Ideally. Well, with that, we have officially reached the end. So what did we get done today? What I got done today was I built a Bodos station to put the Bodos on and added it to my network of stuff. Apparently the train is still not full after severe limiting, and all of this is moving as fast as it can. Oh boy, isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Yeah. So that's a thing I built today. I also fixed an issue at the Corlex build that was preventing the Augs from producing Augs to give me meat. Just because right here there was a bit of a problem. And then, of course, finished the Yotoi build. The Yotoi is flowing. All the beautiful fruit is flowing. All of the green lights, except for the ones at the very, very tail end here for some reason or another. Just the seeds right now. Eventually the seeds will properly sort themselves out. It just this is likely just a function of not having Mark II buildings here and planning for these being Mark II buildings with Mark I modules. That's all gonna get modified anyway. But yeah, finished that. We have the Yotoi now sitting in a depot, ready and waiting, and all that's left is a Vrauk build. All that remains is the Vrauk build. And it looks like I'm actually using like all of that, all of those cocoons from that Vrauk build. So yeah. Oh yeah, also did water in the mall. Proper water in the mall. So with that, I would of course like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you are watching the VODs on YouTube, do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyandon's Mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. I will, of course, be back on Sunday, where we have a Vrauk build to build. I will, of course, see you all then.